Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the bump chart, also known as the rank chart or a slope chart, is a data visualization technique used to show the change in the rank or position of items or entries over some time or across categories. It's particularly useful comparing their performance or standing of different entities over a series of intervals or categories. In a bump chart, each entity or item is represented as a line or path, and the vertical axis typically represents the rank or positions. The line connected data points show how the rank of each entity changes from one interval or category to another. Entities that maintain their rank will have a flat line, while those that up or down have a slope line. During our practical demonstration in Tableau, we will explore how to create the bump charts to visualize and analyze the changes in rank or positions effectively. You will also learn how to input the data values, customize the labels and colors for clarity, and use the tooltips to provide the additional info. Whether you are tracking the performance of sports team, stock prices, or any data set with changing rankings, bump charts offer a clear and concise way to visualize the trends and identify the leaders or laggards. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how does a bump chart actually look like and how to create it. So we are in our Tableau screen and I have created a bump chart for the market-wise data. And I'm looking at how the sales is going with each market and what is exactly the ranking of each market as we are going forward in the time. So we are looking at the data from 2011 to 2014, and these all lines are depicting various markets. So this orange line is for the EPEC region, and I see it is holding the first rank throughout. While if I talk about this green line, which is the EU region, when it started, it was third in rank, and as soon as it progresses, it is on the rank second. So that means as the year on year went by, it came on the second rank. If I talk about the other lines, that is this purple line, it represents US. When the year started, it was on second rank, but now it is on third rank. And you can see the trends that are continuing for the different region as well. So whatever ranks are present over here are shown based on the time. And this is known as the bump chart. Now, this bump chart is not available if you go in the show me menu. So we have to create this with the help of some other charts and we have to customize it a bit. So let's see how we can create a bump chart. To create a bump chart, you can easily see that we need a line chart and we also need some circles on top of it. So what I do is first I try to take this order date and I will then take the sales that is happening with respect to this order date. And this would give me this line chart. If you are not getting this line chart, go to the show menu and you can choose this green line. Then let's see what is the sales trend happening with respect to different market. For that, I drag this market into colors and this would give me a different set of lines altogether. Now I'm having multiple lines and each line is representing a different market. Now I don't want to see the sum of sales. I want to see the rank. So what I'll do is I'll click over here and I'll choose the quick table calculation and I'll choose rank and this would give me the rank of different markets. Now this rank of different market is coming, but it is not good because when I go in the sum of sales option, here it is taking the computation, but it is taking across the table. I don't want it to go across the table. I want it to show me for the market only. So I'll choose the market option here. And now I can see the change in the ranks over different period of time. Now what I'll do is I'll create a similar graph. So to create a similar graph, what you can do is you can hold control key, click on the sales and drag it again towards the right and it would create two charts. Now try to fit it in the entire view for a good view. This has now fitted in the entire view. I need to change these line types into the circle. As you can see in the previous sheet, there were circles on the top of these lines that made the bump chart. So what I'll do is here is the marks card for this visual which is at the bottom. So instead of the automatic, I'll choose this circle option, which would give me different circles. Now you can increase or decrease the size of these circles easily. Let's try to decrease the size of it. And in the labels option, you can turn on the labels, which can give you the rank for these particular bubbles. Now let's try to bring the rank inside of these bubbles. What I'll do is I'll again go in the label option and here in the alignment option, I'll choose the alignment to be the middle option and this would make the rank come in the middle of these bubbles. You can also increase the size of this bubble if the rank is not properly fitting inside. Now, the next option would include merging these bubbles on the top of these lines. For that, what you can do is you can right click on these rank of slopes and you can choose the dual axis option. After choosing this dual axis option, you can see now these bubbles go inside with this line, which makes my bump chart fine. Now I don't need these rank of sales on the left hand side and right hand side, so I can hide this header. To hide the header, what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll untick this show header option from the right as well as the left. And this is my final bump chart. I can also rename it by clicking on the sheet name. I can write bump chart and I can align it in the center. I can increase the font size and make it bit bold. So this is my final bump chart. Now, this was one of the way to create the bump chart. You can see there are multiple lines just beside this visual. So what I can do is I can do some formatting. So I'll choose the format option by right clicking, and over here in lines, in the column and rows line, I'll choose these lines to be none. Whatever lines are shown, you can just choose these lines to be none. I'll make these changes quickly by going the rows option. We have already seen these changes in the previous visuals as well. So the lines are hidden now. And you can also try to verify with the help of this shading option. You can go in the shading option and you can choose the sheet color to be of the darker background. And these lines have gone. Okay. I can again choose any background which suits my need. So you can choose a different color altogether and whatever color looks good. So this particular color is giving me a good feel on this visual. So I am choosing this color. Let's try to make this bump chart again, but this time let's try to make it for the profit option. So what I'll do is I'll again choose new sheet and I'll take the order date and profit option from over here. But this time I'm choosing it for different markets, but it is for profits this time. So it is not giving me line charts. First, let's try to convert it into the discrete lines and I'll make the lines market wise. So there are multiple lines now. Instead of sum of profit, what I need is I need rank. So I'll right click on the arrow or just click on that arrow and you can go in the quick tables calculation and choose the rank option. Again, click on that arrow and choose compute using option as market. And this would give you the rank for markets. Now you can see all the market ranks are steady throughout the entire course of this duration, because as we are moving towards the data set in a timely manner, these ranks haven't changed. So then I don't need to make any bump chart for this. But still, if you need to make any bump chart for it, you can do this. So again, you can do control and click on this line and just drag your sum of profit on the right hand side. You can choose it to fit in the entire view. Make this lower table to be in the circular format. Just turn on the labels. Choose the alignment of the labels to be in the center instead of automatic, and this would move the ranks in the center. Now you can right click over here and choose the dual axis option, which will then link these bubbles with these lines. Now you can turn off the header for both. So I'll switch off this header on the right hand side and switch off the header on the left hand side. I can rename this chart as the bump chart for profit. So let me write profit bump chart over here, make it bold and increase the size and make it centrally aligned. You can also try to hide these lines again by going in the format option. So you can right click and go in the format option and you can choose a wide variety of formatting options for that. We have already talked about how you can go in the lines option and choose all the lines to be none, and you can easily hide these lines and also choose a color which suits this particular visual's name. So this was the way in which we try to create a bar chart. Throughout this session, we have tried to create multiple charts that were not present in the show. We started with the funnel chart, we made waterfall chart, and then we have already made the donut as well as a pump chart over here. So these are some of the ways in which you can try to enhance your creativity and make some of the charts which are not available in the show me menu. By making these charts, you can break the barrier of just creating the charts which are in the show me menu and which are typically used in the industry. So these kind of charts would be visually appealing, as well as it would be interesting for the stakeholders to see different informations. Like for rankings, we don't have any customized chart that is being already made over here. So we are then customizing the options. We are taking the help of different visual elements, and then we are trying to format the charts according to our need. So these are some of the ways in which you can try to create different kind of charts. So we will be meeting in the next session with talking about some other elements. Thank you.